I'm not doing this podcast until I get some damn hot chocolate. I'm Justin.
Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, Rudy the guy in this movie, and freaking Giuliani, I'm Sam.
Jingle bells, this truck smells, gonna rob a casino. Rented some old Santa suits and got them blown to hello. This is Reindeer Games, and I'm Jackie, and this is Stinker Madness.
What's that smell?
I don't know about you, but I'm thirsty as fuck. Thirsty as fuck.
Hey, look at these!
Thrill me.
If you come back in here, I'm gonna hit you with so many rights, you're gonna beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Beg for a left.
Thrill me.
Hey, look at these!
No!
It stinks.
Stinker Madness.
Hello, welcome to Stinker Madness, the podcast about bad movies for bad movie lovers by bad movie lovers. I'm your host, Justin. With me are always Sam and Jackie. This week on the show, it's the final Christmas episode of the year. Jackie's pick from 2000, I think. Reindeer Games starring Ben Affleck, Charlize Theron, Gary Sinise, probably some other rounders. And directed by Frank Oppenheimer. I am the end of worlds.
How could you leave out that
Yeah, good.
scary guy?
Yeah, okay, the scary guy. We'll get to that.
Danny Trejo.
Oh, yeah, Danny Trejo's in it, too. Currently streaming on nothing for free except for Fubu, and we'll get into that later. So go ahead, Sam.
No, we won't say streaming on anything for free except Fubu later. Fubu cost me $65 a month so I can watch sports.
Seriously?
Fubu is the farthest fucking thing from fucking free that there is.
Yeah, okay.
And it still had commercials?
Yeah, Fubu is television. It's just live television. It's cable for your internet. It's because I can't go to the bar and watch a game when I want to. It's cheaper than the bar, whatever. When the world's back to normal, Fubo's fucking gone.
Right. Okay. We were gonna.
Fuck you, Fubu. By the way,
I was gonna save that for later. Thanks for not listening to me when I said we'll talk about that later. But Sam, can we please talk about Reindeer Games? Why don't you go ahead and give us your boring bullshit?
Would you like me to sing the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer song while you, quietly in the background while you talk?
No, nobody wants that. Sam.
You know Dasher and
No.
Dancer,
Stop.
Prancer and Vixen.
So this is Frankenheimer, not Oppenheimer.
No. Yeah. I am the destroyer of worlds. That guy.
You are the destroyer of words and names. Actually, you're not even as bad as Jackie.
Right. Yeah. I know. This is a shit show.
So this is at the end of his career. This is the last theatrical release he had, and he had laid some turds towards the end. He would do he did a HBO miniseries or a HBO TV event after this that was very well received. It was a sort of biopic or a historical event movie, which, whatever.
Okay.
I can never really decide what it is because it happened to Donner too towards the end.
And Blitzen.
I don't think they became bad directors. What I think it was is that when you're closing in on 80, you lose the will to fight with these dumb fucking producers sometimes. And in the middle of your career, you probably worked with some good producers. Because there is good producers. I'm always like, oh, these producers. But there's a lot of people that just don't know anything, and they're somebody's cousin, or they knew this guy, or they sell coke to so-and-so, and now they're a big shot producer, and they have great ideas, or so they think. And with Frankenheimer, I'm thinking he's probably just lost the ability to fight the fight, and he'll get steamrolled in certain situations.
Okay.
Ronin is another one that he did before this that he really liked both of those scripts. And I think Ronin would be a really different film had David Mamet directed it himself, because he wrote it under a pseudonym and basically just gave it to Frankenheimer, and then Frankenheimer couldn't see it through. I don't think it was because he lost his talent. I think it was because he just didn't have the oomph to fight with a project all the way through to the end. And in this one, where he sort of loses it all the way, or so he says, is after the test screening. But that may not be entirely true. He probably lost it before that because this movie got 20 minutes pulled out of it after the test screening.
I'm going to stop you there because you're going right into the movie and walking right over the fact that maybe not everybody knows who Frankenheimer is and why we should give a fuck. Because let's face it, Ronan's just meh. Like, I know Sunday Bloody Sunday is something, but it's not like he's fucking Spielberg, right? The movie is good on its own two legs, not because he did anything magnificent with it. Why should we care?
There's only two reasons. There's two main reasons you should care. The Iceman Cometh with Lee Marvin and The Manchurian Candidate. If you've never seen the original Manchurian Candidate, you need to do it. Yes. And one of the finest performances by any actress ever, Angela Lansbury.
Gotcha.
Angela Lansbury in The Manchurian Candidate is fucking serious shit. He's done a lot of other stuff. He's got a very long list of other people. It's, oh, you're forgetting this. Oh, you're forgetting that. He was nominated for the Palme d'Or for this. He won 4 Emmys. He won a Golden Globe. He kicked around forever.
I think you can just say The Manchurian Candidate and then just be like, and then look me in the face and be like, that's enough. Oh, yeah. Okay. Good. Okay.
What's a test screening?
They'll put a movie in front of an audience and test the reactions. They'll sometimes fill out a survey.
How did it make you feel when Wendy's boobs came out? Pretty horny. Okay. All right. We'll keep them in. That's how a test screening works.
A lot of times, I was actually in a test screening. It was one of these weird deals. I just go and they end up in weird places. No, they didn't even say. They said, this is a test screening. And they don't even, it's not a survey, it's not anything. They just have there's an inside man or woman in the theater with you watching it and just judging by the reaction of the audience to the film and what they're talking about when they walk out. And that's basically it. And it happens well before the movie's released. And it can happen on a weird night.
Do you know which one it was for?
Do I know which movie I was in a test screening for?
Yeah.
Blowout with Kurt Russell, and it blew ass.
I put together a test screening one time. I took out my penis, and she said, nope, I don't like it.
Well, if you would have put a bow tie and a top hat on it probably would have worked out better.
I failed my test screening. I was, screening of, showing my junk.
Yeah.
What's on the screen? My nuts.
My test screening went like this. Turn your head and cough. And then one of my testicles came out of my mouth. And they're like, you have failed your test screening. And you have a hernia and you just coughed up one of your testicles. It's medically impossible.
And COVID. And we don't even have that yet.
Yeah.
He's patient 0. Okay. Sorry.
Are there a lot of people that go to the test screenings?
No, I just explained it how it works. It's not like test screenings for Jackie.
Come in.
To the test screening. You go to see a movie, and they tell you, well, if you'd like to see that at 7:30, the answer is no, but you can watch this movie instead for free and go to the movie you want to see, so you're just getting a free movie.
Right.
And a lot of people go, well, I wasn't fucking doing anything else. That sounds fine. It's a surprise. They don't advertise test screenings. Otherwise, it would be nothing but fucking trolls and fanboys.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, did they give you free popcorn?
Oh, my gosh.
Nope. And the movie Blowout sucked. It sucked bad.
Yeah.
Blowout just sounds like Kurt Russell is a hairstylist with a blow dryer that sometimes singes your hair. Blowout.
This will piss Jackie off probably, but we get invited for test screenings all the time. The show does. They're all bad. Like the kind of movies, like The Asylum sends us test screening shit.
What? And we haven't been watching it?
You can. I can start forwarding it to you. I have zero interest in any of them. I keep saying, no.
Yeah, forward them on. Because
you want to watch Asylum movies?
I do test screenings for Amazon.
I want to put my eyes on the one to see if they're as bad as they were. But I haven't looked at those things in a while, so I'll check out one of them. And
I'll click the link and watch about 5 minutes, and they're still just as bad. Like that's why I'm
there you go.
Yeah, no, I'm not spending an hour and a half watching this piece of shit so that I can roast you in an email that contributes nothing to the show because your
No.
movie sucks so bad that I don't want to even talk about it on our podcast that's about shitty movies. So fuck off.
Well, that's because
Well,
they're just not movies. That's the thing.
Right.
They're
Yeah.
non-movies.
They're non-movies.
Anyway,
So if you want to waste your
Frankenheimer.
time on them, go ahead.
Shit.
Yeah, please, can we talk about Reindeer Games?
So they pull 20 minutes out of this movie because it wasn't received well. I don't think it was received well after that. What they pulled out of this, and I spent a lot of time digging this up, scene by scene, what's missing, what's gone. Basically, they just removed the grit and the gore and the tits.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not a lot of removal, but it's just like, and it didn't pull it down from an X to an R. It just pulled 20 minutes out of it and pulled its biggest punches out of it. Would it have been any better? No, it's precisely the same movie.
Right.
It just doesn't have as much there. And there is a little bit of a plot element that you can see the lines that were removed, and it's everyone in the movie is having a much harder time maintaining their deception.
Mm-hmm.
So that probably doesn't play the same where it's like, oh no, Twister-a-roo again. It's like you kind of see it coming, and the ultra violence is meant to be comedic, and that's just something that people aren't going to get anyway. So
No.
he probably didn't do a good job with it, and he was going for a Coen Brothers sort of thing where it's like
Fargo.
he kind of drags you into something and then goes a little crazy on you, and you're supposed to
Right.
think it's funny.
Right.
I think
right.
it's funny now because it's shitty. I can't decide whether it's intentionally funny or not, and that's where he's failed. No matter what, I can't decide whether he's being intentionally funny or not.
Yeah, there's an odd tone that's conflicting throughout the entire time. That's like just a smattering of this type of comedy and a smattering of this type of comedy, all set to this dark crime heist. Which crime heists usually are fun in their tone to begin with. So you stick with that and you might have something. So when Ben Affleck says, I want some damn hot chocolate, you're not like, seriously? What the fuck? Like, it's just every time something comedic happens, it's such a fucking shift in tone that it's a WTF moment. Like, what the fuck?
And there's a chance
funny
that the original script by Aaron Kruger is that funny and that's what he wanted to make, but there was just no way for him to make that movie, and he didn't make that movie. And one thing that supports that is that in early talks, Vin Diesel loved the script as well.
Mm-hmm.
But after talking to Frankenheimer and the producers, and it wasn't just creative differences with him and Frankenheimer, he was like, yeah, I like this, but it ain't going to happen. It's not going to make it. So he leaves and does Fast.
Okay.
And that worked out well for him.
It did. Yeah, quite so. Yeah, I think we might not have seen after, what's that, the Get Along Gang or whatever, the Get Back Boys, Get Back Together
Boys?
band. Yeah, Knock Around Boys.
The Knock Around Boys was shot simultaneously, I think, to Fast, and it was probably supposed to be DTV, but because he did so well, they put it in theaters, and it still made money.
Okay.
Vin Diesel just got hot.
You couldn't do this and Knock Around Guys and then say, yeah, I'm Vin Diesel. No, we would have never heard from Vin Diesel ever again.
No.
I don't know. It didn't kill any of these people's careers.
Yeah, it kind of did. Ben Affleck, he won an Academy Award before this, Jackie.
Yeah,
and then
it took him.
He went on to do movies such as Geely, not far afterwards, and Daredevil, and that entire shit streak of the the aughts that we all hated Ben Affleck. It wasn't until like 2018, 2016, somewhere around in there where we got his redemption movie.
I was back in with him when he did The Accountant.
The Accountant blew ass, and that was after his comeback.
Yeah, and
I
his
like that
comeback
one.
has nothing to do with his on-screen shit. His comeback, you can document it. He gets his ass behind the camera. He comes back. The town is fucking great. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. And Charlize, her career kind of was milquetoast until the Mad Max thing. Yes, she did a bunch of stuff. She even won an Academy Award after this, but not like she's putting butts in seats. Yeah, people go to her movies, but she wasn't like, holy shit, Charlize Theron. She can ask whatever fucking dollar figure she wants now. during the 2000s.
I thought she was better than Mad Max. I did not like her in Mad Max.
I understand, but I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about people in general. And then, not to mention, Gary fucking Sinise, name a movie he's been in. Ever
All
after
of them
this.
with Tom Hanks.
Right. No, this was a career killer. It killed the guy's career that directed The Manchurian Candidate. I mean, come on.
Yeah, that's what everyone... Charlize Theron, Gary Sinise, they're like, we wanted to work with Frankenheimer. Guess you didn't watch Ronin first.
Right.
Should have done that. Should have done
that.
that.
Is textbook career killer.
Affleck, speaking of Ben Affleck, this is... Did you notice that he did you could see him doing some of his own stunts in the movie?
Yeah.
He slides down the hill.
Yeah.
There's no way to fake it. He does it.
Right.
He doesn't do the tumble, I'm sure, because here's what happened on set when Ben was trying to do most of his own stunts and be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
You'll notice, even though they are definitely cameos, Isaac Hayes and Dana Stubblefield from the 49ers receive full billing in the credit sequence.
Right.
During the tackle, Ben Affleck, I gotta get tackled by Dana Stubblefield. Concussion! Have to stop the movie. They had to shut down production because Dana Stubblefield gave Ben Affleck a concussion.
That's hilarious. That's peak Ben Affleck right there.
Charlize Theron and Gary Sinise were actually dating during this movie.
Okay.
That strikes me as odd.
She was dating Lieutenant Dan?
She's a lot taller than he is.
No, she's 1 inch taller than he. But whoever shot this, and whoever the costume people are, found some really flat shoes for Affleck and some fucking, like, booster shoes for Sinise, because Affleck's, like, a lot taller than Gary Sinise, like 6 or 7 inches taller, like, hard to shoot around the height difference taller. Lastly, supporting the possible theory that it was, in fact, I can't fight the producers hard enough anymore, is that Goldsmith pretty much got kicked off the picture, scoring it. And so Silvestri had to come in with only a month to score the thing. Probably why there's so many goddamn songs. So the whole thing was just a disaster.
Yeah. And you know who one of the execs was on this, Sam?
I know who both of the execs are. It's the Weinstein brothers. And they were the ones that decided that that the Wachowskis couldn't direct their great script Bound, and that Donner had to do to similar effect. Like, somebody else should have made this movie. It shouldn't have been Frankenheimer, and it shouldn't have been them producing it, and it was just bad chemistry, and they learned from this to let the Wachowskis, they learned one thing to do right, and it became The Matrix. And then one of them is a rapist, the other one probably is, and he just didn't get caught or something.
Right. Yay! Fun! Let's do this Christmas movie and feel good. Jackie's already looking at her watch.
We lost 10
the female audience.
No, the movie lost. The movie cost 42, got back 32. Okay.
Yeah. Flop. All right. We got a lot of territory to cover here, so let's just get to what's going on. This movie takes place during a period of 6 days, which starts out with Ben Affleck's character, Rudy, in prison. He's got a buddy there named Nick. It's Nick and Rudy.
Yep, Nick and Rudy.
Yep, movie's called Reindeer Games, giving us some clues early. But they're both getting out.
Oh my God, I didn't even put that together until you said it.
Actually, it really starts out with RFD Santas. And RFD, of course, stands for Really Fucking Dead Santas.
Yeah.
One of them is smoldering without a head. The other one has a crater in his chest. And Affleck's like, Christmas kind of sucks. You're like, I guess it does. Those Santas are fucking dead.
Yeah, you missed it. You must have missed that part where I said we got a lot of territory to cover, so some of it I'm going to skip over, like the 3-second scene. Okay. All right.
I just found that to be more important than the jibber jabber that happens for the next 20 minutes in the movie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my God. Yeah, all the prison stuff was just like, okay, great. Somebody's going to get shanked before they leave.
Except for we know that this is a nonsensical pick, so we got to kind of cover a lot of this shit because, yes, it's boring, but maybe there is some answers contained within the events that take place in prison. But anyways, let me break this down. It's a place called Iron Mountain, Supermax prison. Rudy's there because he was a car thief, right?
Yes.
And Nick was there because of a bad convenience store robbery.
No, he beat the holy fuck out of somebody and got manslaughter because he accidentally killed him.
Oh, right.
Defending his girlfriend.
Yeah.
And I believe they say her name is Betty.
Okay. His previous girlfriend that's not Charlize Theron?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Bette Midler.
Bette Midler. Okay. So they're planning what they're going to do when they get out. Hey, we got 2 more days. You know, I heard Andy's headed down to Mexico and maybe whatever Morgan Freeman's character is going to meet him down there and they'll be best friends forever and build a boat. But you and I, what are we going to do? And Rudy's like, well, I know what I want. I want some goddamn hot cocoa and some pecan pie. That's the first thing I'm doing when I get out of here is hot cocoa and pecan pie. And I'm not saying that that's stupid, but to dedicate an entire scene to him declaring that he wants some hot cocoa and pecan pie, which you can probably get in prison. I mean, sure, it's not all the time, but I imagine people still do something for Christmas inside of prison that could involve some hot cocoa at least. Hot cocoa's cheap.
No, there isn't, because there's monsters in the gelatin.
Well, if there's monsters in the gelatin, then there's
I'll take it from here.
Okay.
Because I'm the love expert on this show.
Mm-hmm.
So Nick is reading Rudy his love letters from this smoking hot babe that's sending him pictures of like her in a bikini and her with some rando dog.
Ashley
Mercer. And like, I'm trying to think, like, that's not really a reindeer type thing.
What, the bikini and the hot babe?
Oh, the name, Ashley Mercer.
No.
So anyway, he's got all these pictures of her taped all over the place, and she's smoking hot, right? And she's writing prisoners. And from a prisoner magazine. I don't even know if that really exists.
I don't know. Dude,
like,
this is 2000. This is before we had Just for Farmers or whatever those specialty sex websites are called. I mean, we had specialty sex websites, but it was like, watch me stick things inside of me.
Steponmyballs.com.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I don't know. Sam, do you know, is there a prison magazine where you can subscribe to write prisoners?
Yep. The pen pal thing is alive and kicking. A lot of people do that still.
So, but we're not talking about like the pen pal thing. Yes, I know. You go on certain websites.
Church groups do it.
Church
I know
groups
that.
do it. You can go to the prison's website itself, and they usually have a pen pal page. But this is 2000. She says a magazine. So there was like a magazine for...
Yeah, where she posts her picture and she's like, if you would like to write me.
And they all write her because she's smoking hot.
Yeah, and so what she does is she kind of looks these dudes up and she's like, all right, well, you got in trouble for defending your woman and maybe you could defend me. Okay, I'll take you.
Okay. All right, sounds plausible. Not the other way around. She just doesn't shotgun a bunch of letters to prisoners and then...
I mean... Fuck, if you're desperate, yeah, why not, dude? Write every
Because
prisoner.
if I was a prisoner and I saw a smoking hot babe be like, you are the tops dude that killed a guy, I'd be like, bitch, what you want? What you want? Seriously, just tell me what you want because it ain't me.
Yeah, they do. You can take out personal ads in those, and print is alive and well in the prison industry. And then you get a picture of you when you're 16 and you send it to them, and then they get out and you're 45 and you're like, oh, it's me.
Oh, God, life has not been kind to you.
And then you got the guy's like, yeah, I know. I figured I just got out of prison, though, so do I live in a trailer now? Yep. All right. I'm going to have to start. Let's get back there so I can start paying you some rent with this dinger.
And then you take off your shirt and she's like, you have boobs tattooed on your back. Yep.
Yep.
You sure do.
Yep. And then they turn to each other and simultaneously say, I love you.
Oh, that's the moment.
That's the moment.
We both have boobs.
I don't know if I ever told you guys this, but I did do a job interview one time out at the prison here.
Mm-hmm.
And I was walking through the lunchroom with the prison guard person, and they were giving me a tour. And I had like 2 male prisoners that were like, I know you.
Yeah.
No, I know you.
Come back
no,
here.
let me just think about it. You look so familiar to me. And I'm like, this is what I get for being on a goddamn billboard for a year.
Or that you were related to him.
No, I would have recognized him if I was related. And I would have been like, listen, I'm not putting my house up.
Huh?
And
Okay.
that's a different story. Anyway, it was slightly unnerving because I was like, oh my God, is there like some kind of weird pinup girl that's going around writing all these prisoners? And this is what I'm thinking about right now as I'm sitting here.
Also just been that they were being like, come over here, lady.
Yeah, they'll say
Because
anything
we're
to get you over there.
Prisoners.
You're not special, Jackie. Sorry.
Yeah.
They're prisoners.
Yeah. Don't talk to the prisoners.
Remember what they say to Clarice?
I can
No.
smell your... Oh, right. Well, hello, Clarice. Did you have a hard time getting in to see me? You've got something dripping from your chin. Is it good? Does it remind you of your childhood, that time when your father came into your room and was like, it's dinner time, and you thought that he was going to do bad things to you, but it just turns out that he was a really good dad and he wanted you to eat some delicious carrots? Does it remind you of that, Clarice? Now let me the fuck out of here so I can eat a man!
Okay. Yeah, that was just about as weird as my prison story.
Okay.
But now my self-esteem is shot, so
Right.
fuck.
So,
You got okay. We can't leave this now.
Okay.
You're like, oh, I've got self-esteem. I got catcalled by some prisoners.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just gotta take what you can get when you're me. I'm not the best looking chick on the planet.
but prisoners.
But prisoners, I'm like feeling pretty good about that. Like, this man is fucking desperate, and that is a good sign for somebody like me that if Justin ever fucking dies, I can go here.
You're doing the pen pal thing out of the prison. There you go. We have to move on. So Ben Affleck is also, or Rudy is also, it's pretty clear from the get-go that Rudy is like, I might kill you and steal your girlfriend. Like,
Well, he says, do you want me to take her for a test drive for a couple of days?
a test drive? That's so gross.
That is super gross.
Like, if you would like, hey, would you like me to make sure that she's doing okay? Because I'm going to get out just a couple days before you. No, we're getting out on the same day. Yeah, but let's just say that we were getting out on different days. Just, check in on her, see how she's doing. Make sure she's as hot as she is and that she's not, she doesn't look like Freddie Jackson. And yeah, that'd be nice of you. But no, he's like, hey, how about I put my dick in her and rub it around inside and on her face? Like that? I think I don't want to be your friend, Rudy, like ever.
Yeah, you sick bastard.
Yeah, you sick bastard. I watch you while I'm reading these. I can see you staring at her pictures while you're doing push-ups. And then sometimes you think I'm asleep, but I'm not asleep, and you're hovering over me, staring at the pictures of my girlfriend. I think I should shank you.
Yeah. Also, this Nick fellow with his mural that he's made of her pictures and that he's telling everyone the story of his pen pal girlfriend, and this is her. This guy gets the shit kicked out of him every day.
Every fucking day. This isn't Club Med or whatever it's called. This is a Supermax prison.
Yeah, they've ripped those pictures down, and he has to suck like 8 dudes' dicks. He eats cock sandwiches all day.
Yep, exactly. Okay. But it's dinner time. We circle back to where Jackie wanted to be before. Isaac Hayes is in this movie, and he thinks bugs are in the gelatin.
They are.
Monsters. There are cockroaches in the gelatin. How do you cook cockroaches in gelatin? I guess cockroaches are really hard to kill, but there is quite a lengthy process to make gelatin. It's not like you nuke it and it's a cockroach.
Oh, yeah.
It survives the apocalypse.
There's nothing
it's like
on
an
the
8-hour
planet
process.
more easy to make than Jell-O.
I don't think they can survive in Jell-O.
They could just crawl into it. That Jell-O's gross. It's a prison. There's monsters in the Jell-O. It's real.
Okay, all right. Well, why is Isaac Hayes in this movie? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I'm not sure why Dana Stubblefield's in this movie either, but that's who's next.
That I get. He's not an actor. It's just like, oh, yeah, hey, you know, I met David Stubblefield at a party one week. But Isaac Hayes is a real deal. Like, and he's good in this scene. His line's stupid, but he does a pretty good job of playing an insane man. But it's like, you see Isaac Hayes, and it's like, okay, I guess Isaac Hayes is in this movie. And then Isaac Hayes isn't in this movie, and you're like, what the fuck?
Yep. Nope, two
Don't
cameos that get full billing.
Yeah, so this thing causes a food fight riot. It's not just a riot, it's also a food fight. Some guys get hit in the face with, like, mashed potatoes and stuff. Is it supposed to be silly? I don't know. People are probably dying. Not funny. And that's when Nick gets the shank from this dude. This dude that they've been avoiding this whole time.
Dana
Dancing
Stubblefield.
around. Yeah, right. But the character's name, I don't know what his name was.
His name is Alamo.
Alamo, that's right. And we
How
don't know
could you
why.
not remember the Alamo?
Oh, dumb.
It's cut. Let's go. Let's take it from the top. Starting from the top. All right. So this movie starts out with dead Santas. All right. So Nick is dead. Right. Bled out in Rudy's arms.
And I'm just kind of led to believe that they met in prison and they're best friends.
Mm-hmm.
No.
You gonna
That's it. No, that's not a real thing.
making best friends in prison? What else are you gonna do?
Cock sandwiches.
Yeah, cock sandwiches, rape other prisoners.
Well, you're not best friends with those prisoners.
Eh.
You got like pretty good to have that many cock sandwiches.
I mean, what else are you like? You got to talk to somebody. Who's it going to be? The warden? No, you're not going to talk to the warden. You're going to talk to your cellmate that talks the same way as you do.
No, I'm going to draw a little man on the side of my hand and I'm going to talk to him. Be like, I don't need friends. I've got Johnny.
Shit, that bitch is crazy. Stay away from her. You might have just cracked the case on how to survive in prison, Jackie.
And then they'll be like, does Johnny love you now? And they'll try to like wash him off my hand and be like, yeah, because he's still there slightly and I redraw him in the art room later.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Good plan. Let's see how it goes.
Anyway, we need to get past this prison shit because...
Well, it's release day now.
Everybody gets out of prison at the same time day. That's a thing.
What the fuck, dude? There's like 60 people getting out of prison
No.
today. Is that like every day, or is this just big release day?
It's big release day. It's not that big of a prison. They just don't know how a prison works. And Affleck rolls out of there in a fucking members-only jacket.
Do they really have a bus that takes you back into town?
Yeah. they do.
Yep.
Yeah. And he can roll out of there in a members only jacket because there's a lost and found of stuff that, like, say John Doe goes into prison and he gets some boobs tattooed onto his back. And then he gets a shank from, having hot pictures of his girlfriend. Well, except for he's John Doe, doesn't remember who he is. Nobody comes and claims him. All his possessions and belongings that he was arrested with go into the bin. And then that bin just builds up over time. And when you're released, if you don't have anything on you that will work, they give you that.
The prison here has like a costume shop room where they have interview suits and clothes for people to be able to wear when they get out.
Right.
And I guess it's all donation. So
yeah, donations too. Yeah.
It's kind of, it's nice, to know that, you're trying to start over. Maybe you're on work release. You don't have to go down there in your prison blues. You can, put on a nice suit.
If you were arrested in your underwear because you did way too much fucking acid, and then it turned out it was angel dust, hey, you're okay. You don't have to be just released in your same undies that you pissed in when you were arrested, and they've been sitting in some drawer for 6 years. You actually can borrow some clothes. I'm reformed!
You can't take the undies that you're wearing in prison with you because they're going to give those to somebody else.
Are you serious?
Yeah. So
oh my God.
When I was in jail, they you take all your shit and then they give you underwear and you're like, oh my God, these are like 80 other people have worn these underwear. And then you only get to wash them every 3 days. It's fucking disgusting.
Yeah. Well,
What happens if you crap yourself?
you got poop pants.
Um,
You're in prison.
do not crap yourself in jail or prison.
Top tip.
Just don't do it.
That's the end of it. Okay, let's try to stay focused here, guys, a little bit. It is release day. There's a shitload of people coming out. Ashley is there. She's looking around for Nick, but she can't find him because he's dead. And so Rudy just walks right past her and gets on the bus, and he's looking at her, and he's like, oh, no, if I go out there, I'm going to bang her. No, Rudy, like, the good person thing to do is you have to go tell that woman that her boyfriend is dead. Like, you don't even get on the bus. You're already a piece of shit. If you've walked past her, said, boy, that lady's going to be out here in the cold for about ever because Nick ain't coming out because he's dead and I was his best friend. And you can't walk up to her and be like, hey, I'm Rudy. Nick was my best friend. Was? Yeah, he's dead. You want to go get some coffee? And then if things progress from there, hey, that's a different topic. But right now you're a piece of shit because you just walked past that poor woman.
It's also like, it's only gay if you keep doing it when you get out of prison.
Okay.
Like, prison best friend's probably the same thing. Like, okay, I'm out of jail. Fuck that guy.
Okay, maybe, but
There's
either
his
way,
fucking-
she doesn't
his
deserve
fucking
that.
girlfriend. Oh, she doesn't even know he's dead. What a bitch. I'm getting on the bus.
But he does have a change of heart. He gets out, and you expect him to say that, but instead,
Wait. He
Okay.
gets out after he watches a bunch of people make out on the bus, and he's
Oh,
like, I
right.
gotta get some.
Yeah, exactly.
She's gonna be fucking desperate and destitute.
exactly
Maybe she'll buy me some French fries, and then I could be like, do you need some consoling with my wiener?
But he
Would you like to go to my test screening?
instead of him coming out and saying any of what you just said, he's like, hey, it's me, Nick. That's seriously the tone of his voice and how he says it.
Just like,
Ah,
movie house.
I'm Nick.
And then he bangs the hell out of her and she buys him a jacket at Nordstrom's.
Right.
But she gets a discount because she works at somewhere.
So,
All right, yeah. So their courting goes pretty quickly. They do fall in love instantly, and he starts to feel a little guilty here and there. But he's like, I'll just tell her after the weekend or after the holidays.
Not feeling that guilty because he's the mayor of Bonetown and he's like,
Right.
oh yeah, I'm so guilty that I'm going to destroy my ID so she doesn't find out. Not
Right,
guilty
right.
at all. He doesn't give fucking two shits.
Yeah. That's
So
true.
he tries to flush his ID, which doesn't work so good, says the cameraman. So he tries to flush a driver's license. There's a look on Affleck's face like, why isn't this scene cut? This doesn't work.
This
Throws
doesn't
the
work.
ID in the toilet. The toilet starts to flush. The ID isn't going down. The cameraman pans it up to the wall, and then it cuts to something else, and you're like, good fucking God.
Can we ask a tough question right here?
Sure.
We're not attorneys, not a single one of us, nor are we involved in law enforcement in any way, but is this rape?
She went fishing
not
at
down
prison, dude. She went fishing at prison.
That's
No,
not
that's not that. No, it's not rape because she is consenting to have sex with him.
under false pretenses.
Lying to somebody to get them to have sex with you is not a sexual crime.
That's the bar every night. No one's in jail from that. They say
Yeah.
no, then you end up in jail.
Do me, and you can get a job.
That's quid pro quo.
Yeah. Okay.
That is a sexual crime.
Do me,
Do me
and I will give you
a-
love for the rest of your life. Oh, also, my name is Rudy. That's not a crime?
No.
No.
Okay. All right.
Do me or you'll lose your job. Crime.
Right.
That's the line.
Do me or Christmas is over.
What do you do for a living? I'm a rocket scientist. Bonetown. Oh, I got to go to work. Oh, you said you're a rocket scientist. I imagine you can sleep in. No, I'm a janitor at the high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Okay,
a
good
crime.
Lying is not
Yeah.
a crime.
Okay. It should be. It's bad. Don't lie. It's mean. Anyways, so they get a motel room later down the road at some point. I don't know how much longer. Not very long because this movie takes place over 6 days. But after shopping, they've brought a Christmas tree. And as they're bringing it in, he's jumped by goons and beaten up. And it turns out the head of these goons is Gary goddamn Sinise. And then she comes in and she's like, Gabriel, stop. And he's like, what? Yeah, Gabriel, or I'm her brother. And you're a fucko, Nick. We're going to beat the shit out of you because we need to recruit you for a job. So we beat up everybody that we hire for jobs or whatever.
Yeah, this approach was not great. It's not the, hey, was in the neighborhood, thought I'd stop by, talk to you about a little robbery on a casino.
Hey, it's good that you guys are having such a good time. You know, I've always wanted to see my sister happy.
Yeah. So anyway, we're going to do this job and you're going to help.
All right, you're a criminal.
And he goes, no, I don't think I am.
It's all about the family.
And then he goes, well, you are, or I'm going to fucking blow your brains out. You go to the next step when you have to.
Right.
You don't start at the extreme.
You don't lead with
No.
punchings.
Yeah, you got to work up to it. You know, he could have just agreed if he would have been nice.
You're going to help me or I'm going to kick your ass. You're currently kicking my ass. Ah, God damn it, I fucked this up.
Yeah, it was not a good plan.
Then,
You know,
So
start
they're
with nice
kicking-
and then work up.
they're kicking the shit out of him. And they're like, oh, we're going to fucking kill you, Nick, unless you help us with this robbery. He's like, I'm not Nick. Boom, you're dead.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
Nick. There is nothing worse that he could fucking say right there.
Exactly.
That's when they shoved that shiny Christmas tree with the spike on the end right up his butt.
Yep.
Yeah.
But-
yeah. So no,
And the maid comes in the next morning and there's a silver Christmas tree stuck in some guy's ass.
they still want him, even though he confesses. I guess they don't believe it or whatever. But
Yeah.
you're coming with me. Also, we're stealing your cookies and your Christmas tree.
That's
Because
Because they're fucking bad guys.
that's not bad. That's dumb.
Somebody steals my fucking cookies and my Christmas tree, I'm going to be like,
They
you
just-
motherfucker.
You're bleeding internally. You
That's
don't
fine.
give
They
a
can-
fuck about the cookies.
They can fix me.
No,
But
they
don't you
can't.
fucking take my limited edition Oreo white fudge covered cookies because they only come out once a year and fuck you. Give me one of those before I go to the hospital.
It cannot be understated, this scene with the cookies. Because it is just such a gear shift. This is why I think he's trying to make a Coen Brothers movie, and he's just failing miserably.
Right.
Is that the camera actually goes to this guy, and he's like, man, they got a shitload of cookies. And then Sinise turns, completely different attitude. He's like, take them all, man. Like, yeah, I know you love cookies. Look at all those cookies. You get them. Get those cookies. So fucking weird.
But then he goes back to fucking Affleck, who's laying on the floor, and he says, don't play reindeer games with me. In his Gary Sinise good acting voice that I don't have. But, okay, so I need to ask, I would save this to the end, but I don't think we're going to get there. What are the reindeer games that he's not supposed to play with him?
Well, Rudolph wasn't allowed to do any jumping, any flying,
Right.
any reindeer soccer.
Rudy isn't trying to do any of that stuff. He's not trying to fit in with the other reindeer, ipso facto, Gary Sinise and his goons. He's trying to get away from them. He's pulling an opposite of Rudy.
Well, if you would have let me sing the song while Sam was doing his informational section,
We all know the words.
then everybody would have known
We all know the words.
about it.
And the reindeer were mean to Rudy, and he was like, love me anyways. If only somebody would help me with my antisocial ways. But Rudy, the guy in the fucking movie, is like, get me the fuck away from these fucking reindeers.
Yeah, he's willing to let Charlize Theron get killed at this point.
Absolutely.
He's like, I don't fucking care. I just want some
Also-
goddamn hot chocolate.
No one knows what reindeer games are. No one.
They seem, I assume they're fun. Right?
Well,
No.
it's all fun and games until somebody loses an eye to an antler.
Right. So are the reindeer games, because why would you say this right here? Why would you, this is not threatening. Don't play reindeer games with me. What the fuck are you talking about? I bleed. I need a doctor. No, don't play reindeer games. What is the reindeer games? Eating my cookies? I can't play the reindeer game?
The reindeer
cookies are my cookies?
Is dashing across the freeway and not getting hit by a semi-truck.
I just can't believe this fucking line. It's the worst.
They had to tie the whole Christmas
thing.
bullshit name of the film together.
It sucks.
I doubt the name of the film was Reindeer Games, and this thing went so fucking sideways, and that was such a weird spot in it. They were like, we're calling it Reindeer Games.
Right. Yeah, no, maybe. It's the worst. Okay. So they stick him and Ashley in a semi-trailer because that's what they are. They're not actually heisters professionally. They're gun runners, and they smuggle guns in a semi-truck, and they've got this thing all decked out so you can hang out inside of it, and they've got like couches and TVs and shit.
Yeah, and I'm thinking to myself, what? No semi-truck fucking looks like this. Okay, whatever. I mean, he's got his own personalized trailer for it. I mean, it's not like there's nothing more like, hey, pull my ass over for illegal activities because my trailer matches my rig.
Yeah, not inconspicuous.
Yeah.
No, that's my first question. Is this brilliant hiding in plain sight this much? Because every cop's like, no, he's not that big of an asshole. He's got 4 cats.
Mm-hmm.
The Motor City Monster. He's a total putz. He's got 4 cats. But that truck is totally badass. Yeah. Also, he's not speeding, so I can't do anything.
No, these guys are too big a nutsacks to. They led with beating a guy up, Sam. All of them have already been in jail many times for their business, and they're in the hole. They're not even good at gun running. They end up paying the cost of shipping the guns costs them more than the profits that they receive for shipping the guns. These guys are idiots. So. And evidenced by that their job isn't going very well because they're like, hey, that guy who is dying in our semi-cab right now, we need him for a bank job. Nick used to work at this casino, not a bank job, a casino job. And the casino job is always dumb unless you're fucking Danny Ocean. You can't just, come on, fuck off.
The
with
Tomahawk Casino.
Yeah, it's a Indian reservation casino. That Nick used to work at. He was a security guy. He knew the layout. He knew where the cameras were. He knew where the security guys walked by. He knew where the doors were. He knew where the safes were, everything. And that was all confessed in his letters to Ashley that Gabriel got a hold of. And he's like, we need this guy. So let's kick his ass.
Yep, and then let's pull over in the middle of butt fucking nowhere, push him out of the semi-truck in the cold and be like, are you going to fucking help us? Or are we going to have to kill you? Because we're not going to kill you. We're just going to beat on you some more.
Yep.
And he's like, look, you give me some fucking hot chocolate and some pecan pie. We'll talk.
Yeah, he decides to fake being Nick while they hold a gun to his head.
And then they go to the thing, and it's like the longest drawn-out scene ever where he's fucking shoving shit in his face, and he's making them be quiet, and Danny Trejo is sitting next to him and just punches him in the face, which was probably
awesome.
The best part of this
Trejo
movie, right?
backfists him because he asked for onion rings.
Yeah, I mean, that was so fucking cool.
That joke actually landed because it's appropriate. He's being a dick. He's pushing his luck. He's way in over his head is what the movie's trying to tell us. And so he pushes a little too far. Asks for onion rings. Bam! Because he's stalling. He doesn't have a goddamn plan. And he gets punched in the face by Danny Trejo. That actually worked for me.
Yeah. And then they show him. Right. And then they show him a hand-drawn map of the casino.
Right, that they pieced together. They went in there and wrote it, not from his letters.
This map is about as shitty as what I would draw. And then there's some food over here.
Hey, the food court's over here.
And then there's some slaw machines and
$5.99 all-you-can-eat prime rib buffet right here.
Yeah, and then they're like, show us where the money is. They don't even have the second layer of this casino drawn on the back or anything. It's just the first one. And they're like, where's the money?
We never got past the first layer because we always got too drunk when we went into the casino. It's a casino. It's fun.
Also, there's a bunch of doors and corridors and elevators to vaults, and
But they still got too drunk.
Yep. And then yeah. And then he goes,
penny slots.
They didn't have those at the reservation casino that I went to. They just had a bunch of games that I didn't know what they were, and I was like, this is different than a normal casino.
Huh. I went to one and they had penny slots.
Wasn't near as much drinking, and I was like, I don't know if this is my speed.
That's true. I went to a very small Native American casino, but they did have penny slots. It was like the size of a gas station.
I've been to several. Every time, not disappointed.
Okay.
Good food.
Mm-hmm.
Because you always stop for lunch.
Right.
On your way to somewhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And penny slots, nickel slots. I like nickels. And then they're pretty easy with the booze.
Okay, so we've all had different
I
experience.
went to the wrong one. Anyway, there's a bunch of fucking dancing around and bullshit and bullshit and bullshit, and all of a sudden Ben Affleck's dressed up like a dickhead cowboy, and Dennis Farina's in the movie.
Yeah, Dennis fucking Farina. Yeah, they got it. They're like, oh, okay. Well, we're just going to kill you again. And he's like, no, I can do this. I'll go in. They remodeled since I was working there. I was stalling when I said that earlier, but I'll go in.
I know the hand signals.
I'll take a look around. We'll get you a new map and we'll figure this thing out. And they're like, well, how are we going to get you in? They'll recognize you because you used to work here. And he's like, no, I'll go in with a disguise.
Yeah.
So they spend $5,000 on this suit. Because it's not a cheap suit. I mean, it's all embroidered and it has like a little beadwork. And this is a nice cowboy suit. Like they didn't
Other than it looks stupid.
Well,
it's a total pile of shit. It costs like $4 at some costume shop. So he goes in there to case the joint looking like he's about to be a clown at a kid's party. And I kind of tune out on whatever Affleck's doing because Dennis Farina's like, I'm fucking Dennis Farina. Hey, what the shit? Hopefully this casino gig works out. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do fucking Unsolved Mysteries.
Right? Yeah, well, he does talk to Dennis Farina while he's in there. And they don't really say anything plot relevant. Just, hey, cowboy, what's up? And his mustache starts to come off. So he sees...
Ashton Kutcher.
He sees fucking Ashton Kutcher walking towards his bathroom. He's like, hey, that guy's got a fucking fake beard like I do. I'll go in there and jack his shit and then do the old Scooby-Doo switcheroo and they'll chase after him.
He gives him the old run, rabbit, run. And it works. Yeah, so Ashton Kutcher does the run, rabbit, run. He goes out the back door. Then apparently, wherever they're at, guys can just pull guns out of a trunk in broad daylight and start pursuing a man through a field adjacent from a parking lot.
Yep. Yeah, I was questioning their questioning their crime ability. Not conspicuous, Sam. They're willing to pull them out whenever they want. These guys are not good at criming.
Yeah. Through this sequence, we have Ben Affleck's did do this stunt, jumps and slide, does a really nice jump slide down a snow hill into another piece of road. There's some tussling, some running.
Almost gets ran over.
Yeah, there's a Frankenheimer staple. Falling through ice happens. And underwater ice business
Ashley, in his mind, saves his life because she knocks over Gabriel while he's lining up a shot at Ben Affleck. And then she goes, they run off together towards a cabin, Ashley and Rudy, and Gabriel starts shooting, but he's not shooting past them like, oops, I missed, and I'm hitting trees, and he's shooting the ice at their feet.
Yeah, he's trying, and he's got a 22, so this would just deflect.
He can't be trying. He can't be trying, Sam. He can't do that because then that breaks the fucking twist. He can't be trying to kill Ashley. And if you shoot at and crack the ice, there's a pretty good chance she doesn't make it because Rudy's going to be like, I'm out of here, and I'm still running, and then he gets fucking away. But no, Rudy turns around, dives into the ice, and saves her ass. She could have fucking died right there. That can't be part of the plan.
No, that's probably why he has a 22, because I was actually thinking, why does he have a 22? He's not going to shoot through shit with that. Not that you can't shoot through maybe a shanty later, which is going to happen, but either way, there's the classic Frankenheimer. I just can't get too focused on any one part of this plot not working. That's the problem.
That's the problem with this movie. That's why we're here, is because this whole plot doesn't work.
Anyway, so she
Yes.
falls through the ice. Ben Affleck saves her. They shoot up the guy who offers assistance. Then we're back at the motel where they have chained Ben Affleck to the bed.
Wait, the guy comes out of the shanty, and then this is a deleted scene. Apparently, Sinise kills the fuck out of him. But this is a dumb scene that doesn't make sense for me because the guy in the shanty has a 357 and all those motherfuckers go down.
And, like, he fires into the shed from what? A distance of, like, I don't know, 50 yards? With a 22, he fires 3 shots into the shed. That guy's probably okay.
Yeah, there's a
that's
scene
why
where
they
he
don't
actually
show
has
it.
to go in there and the guy's okay, but then he kills him.
Right, but that's not what we get in the theatrical release, which makes
Nope.
it super fucking stupid.
And he turns back to the camera after he shoots the shanty with the 22. And he's like, yeah, I'm badass. And they're like, didn't penetrate.
You may have shot that guy, but he's probably now just more angry than hurt. So, good job, master criminal.
Master criminal, start running. He's busting out of that with a real gun.
All right, who wants to die?
Yeah, this is fucking Michigan. You are going to get shot.
All right, so they take him back. They are like, hey, motherfucker, you lied to us. You said the place was getting remodeled. We found out that it wasn't. So you've been snowing us again. So they torture him with some darts. And he has a bad time with the darts, even though he's like, I'm dying from darts. And yeah, I don't want to get hit with a needle dart, but
It probably fucking hurt.
not
but
as
you
bad as
wouldn't
he's
die.
screaming.
No, he's acting like he got shot.
Yeah. At first sight, you probably wouldn't even know. Like, you know those, like, pains that, like, oh, shit, I'm bleeding.
Yeah,
I
like
bet
when you
it's
get a
one of those.
paper cut
Yeah.
or something like that, and
I
you're like,
think worse.
oh, god damn it.
I think worse, like, you scrape your fucking knuckles on something sharp. And,
Cut your hand on a broken glass.
Yeah, cut your hand on broken. Oh, shit, I'm fucking bleeding. Whoa, when did that happen?
And then all of a sudden it hurts like a son of a bitch.
No, it never hurts because I'm not a pussy. All right, so he's being a baby. They stick him back in the room with Ashley for some snuggles. They then back to the trailer, and he is like, okay, so to do this job, here's the deets. You're going to need 6 men. And they're like, 1, 2, 3, 4. We only got 5 men. And he's standing there like, yep. Howdy. No, not you. And she's like, well, you need 6 guys. He's standing right there. And he's like, I'll take a gun too. And they're like, no, you'll take a mouthful of teeth, Buster.
No, I believe that he was insinuating that she would have to help.
No, Jackie.
She is helping.
She's already helping. She's outside in the list. She's already one of the 6 men.
Okay.
They need a guy. Who could they ask?
Mm-hmm.
Doctor of
all right.
not counting.
Not good at it.
So he's in, but he doesn't get a gun, and they're all going to dress as Santa. So back in his room the night before the heist, he does break out. He turns a screw loose with the dart. I don't know if you could do that, but I'm willing to try someday. Also, bed frames usually aren't held together with screws, not a full size. They're latched in together by little latches. So he breaks outside. He gets down into this truck. The guards are everywhere. The goons are everywhere. But he does manage to get a knife and then run back into his room right before the last moment where he's busted.
But also in that scene, double Dutch door. What? She's Gary Sinise's girlfriend.
Oh, right. Yeah, he hears some talking and
Huge
pool goes down there.
reveal.
Yeah.
Not his. Oh, no, you're not who you say you are. And I'm not who I say I am. And apparently,
Boobs.
Donal Logue, who we haven't mentioned yet, is probably one of the best actors in this movie, isn't who he says he is either. He's not Hoppy. He's actually Professor Plum.
Right?
And he has a whole trunk of candlesticks.
Is there any chance? Can you guys solve this for me? Because I'm trying to struggle remembering everybody's names and if we ever hear Gabriel's last name. But is it tongue-in-cheek inside the pool where they reveal that they're banging? Because he says, "Hey, I like your boobs, sis." And she's like, "Wouldn't our parents be so proud of us now, bro?" Like it's in quotation marks, but they don't do the quotation marks thing. Are they Targaryens?
No.
Why?
They're just being shitheads.
Well, yeah, but you don't know that.
You do.
You can't.
It's the tonation, dude. You can tell that they're just being like, "Isn't this sexy time to pretend like we're incesting?"
I didn't. I kind of thought that it was like, hey, we're lovers first, siblings second. Sam?
I don't know. What I need to get to in this scene is the first of
I
it
don't
happens
know.
5 times.
We'll skip this question section.
Yeah,
at the end of this, 'cause
question
nobody
one,
wants to
nobody in
fucking
this
ask
movie
me.
has nobody has a last name other than the two people, Nick Cassidy and Rudy Giuliani or whatever. Because everybody's pretending to be somebody else. Everybody's in it for themselves. That's the answer to that question. They are getting off on sexy business because they're both lying to each other. That's the answer to that question. But what we need to draw attention to is this is the second time, because Ben Affleck did it, that kissing on screen with Charlize Theron is actually two people trying to eat the other person's whole head.
No, that's not
Gary
the important
Sinise-
thing in this scene. The important thing in this scene is we're just going to move on from all that because you guys keep doing that to me.
Well, I just answered those questions.
I
It's
know,
not-
but your question doesn't get like you don't
No,
have
I
like
haven't
some
even
power
got
where
there yet.
your question's more important than anybody else's.
That's not a question.
Oh.
I'm making an
I
observation.
have no idea what the fuck you're even talking
You're
about,
missing
you two.
the pure
Sam is
spirit
trying
of
to-
Christmas.
Sam is trying to explain a scene, and you're like,
I
"You
have
guys
to
are
go-
fucktards."
That's it. I'm going Encino Man on your ass. Shush. Hush. Earlier, Ben Affleck eats her whole face, and she's like eating it back.
Yeah.
And then
Right.
Gary Sinise, it's the same thing. They're trying to eat each other's whole head.
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah, they are.
spoiler alert, she's going to make out with somebody else. She's already a slut. It's sort of, we'll keep it kind of not spoilery. Also, eating whole heads, it's her. It has to be her that's instigating the entire head eating. I accuse you, Charlize Theron, of being a head-eating kisser.
So somehow he managed to rack up $200 in hotel bills too. I don't know how he did that.
Oh, once he found out, he started ordering porn and drinks and draining the minibar and ordering room service and racked up their bill.
Just to be a dick?
Yep.
Why the fuck not?
Yeah, right. Like at this point, you just start thinking like, I am smarter than these guys. They're idiots.
Well, and they're not going to do shit until after the robbery. And so you might as well fucking live it up.
But that too, but also like you could spend your time outsmarting them and getting away.
I don't know. If I only knew I had so long to live, I'd probably order a bunch of porn and
Jackie,
masturbate.
You missed what Sam is saying. They're not going to kill him.
Not until the robbery's over.
No, they're not going to kill him at all because they're too fucking stupid. They're too fucking dumb. They're bad at this. He's bad at it, but he's so slightly better than they are at it.
Yeah, he is. He got a couple of cars boosted before he landed in the joint. That's better at it than these dickheads.
Yes, they literally have never stole anything, ever. The movie tells us that. They've never done a job. All they've done is move product from point A to point B. The product was illegal. That's all they fucking know. And the one thing that they were supposed to do is not shoot their sister into a fucking ice-covered lake. And they still managed to do that with a 22. These guys are bad at crime. He can totally get away from them. Not sit in a hotel room and drink vodka. It's not a problem with it's not that you're being not funny. It's that this movie is so stupid, is the point I'm trying to make. And there's people out there that are giving this 9s and 10s for how clever and twisty it is. And it's fucking bonkersly stupid.
Yeah, because he's handcuffed to that bed, and there's no way he can make it to the toilet.
Yeah.
So how is that working?
So if you want to cram some comedy into it, be like, you racked up $200? How did you do that? Cleaning fees.
I shit on the
That's how-
carpet.
That's why the window's open.
Right?
You have 2 shots of the window open, and you're like, I wonder what scene got deleted that involves that window being open.
All right, so it's go time finally. And they give him a squirt gun. They're like, haha, here's your gun, buddy.
And he fills it with rum.
Okay, wait.
Later down the road.
He flips the latch because latches hold liquid and then dumps it. Not how squirt guns work.
Right.
Not
Also-
how squirt guns work.
Also, this is the year 2000. All the squirt guns really don't look like guns anymore. Like, that ended in the 80s because kids were getting shot. I'm pretty sure that you can't go down to any place, buy a squirt gun in the year 2000, because guess what? I would have done it when I was a kid in the 90s. You couldn't do it. You got the clear orange-looking jobbers. But way back in the early 90s.
Mid-90s Super Soaker comes out, and the squirt
Right.
guns that look like real guns are shit.
Right.
Fuck them.
Yeah, and they have the orange cap on the end of them no matter what, even if they are painted black. Because kids would get shot. So, yeah. No, you can't go to the gas station and be like, I'll take that pistol. Oh, wait, it's a squirt gun. Anyways, okay, so he's got it filled up with rum. Okay, so I think we're ready for heist time.
We're ready for
Yep.
heist time.
They go into the casino all dressed up as Santa. Oh, we're mall Santas. We've had a hard day. It's time to be merry and do some gambling. And that's their, whatever you call that in crime, there's the old switcheroo, the look away. I'm a silly monkey. Look over here.
Well, and
Yeah.
they're like, oh, I'm from Nordstrom's, and I'm from the Fifth Avenue. I'm from Safeway.
Dennis Farina's like, how many of these guys are going to be coming in here?
Yeah,
And then he's like,
his
fuck it.
Security chief's like, boss, is there such a thing as a Santa's union? And he's like, what the fuck would you ask that for? Who cares if fucking 6 Santas walk in here? Why would they have to fucking have a union? I'm gonna fucking hit you with this bottle. Fuck you. I'm Dennis Farina.
This is my... Yeah. And then they're like, we can't take off our beards because they're lucky.
Right.
Because that's business.
So eventually Rudy causes the main distraction. He gets frustrated with this old guy, throws a table over. Everybody's like, holy shit. The people that are working there, where the rest of them just pull out guns and say, everybody on the fucking ground, this is robbery, and we're going to shoot your asses.
What do you
Yeah,
think happened
so-
to this old guy? Do you think he got a concussion, Sam?
Oh, his hip gave out for sure.
No, he was just sitting there. Affleck tosses the table in the other direction. The guy's like, whoa. And then they go into the janitor's closet. He stuffs them all in there. They're all fine.
Oh, okay. All right.
The shade, though. The shade that Affleck tosses this guy has got to be real. Because he is a card player, and the shit that he's talking is hilarious. The shit he talks to this old guy is funny. Like, I love it.
It is funny. What are you just fucking trying to rob Santa Claus? It's Christmas.
I thought it was just Ben Affleck being Ben Affleck. And I
Yeah,
was like,
that
God
was
damn
Ben
it.
Affleck being Ben
No
Affleck,
wonder.
but
Yeah, he has a gambling problem.
Well, I know, but no wonder people didn't like him for 15 years. Because, God, he's going to screw you in an uncomfortable position. Like in the back of a Volkswagen. Okay. So they get into the counting room. But whoops-a-daisy, there's 3 guys in there with shotguns. And they fucking blow them away. Got some dead Santas now. Shit. Rudy, you said there was no guns. Or Nick, you said there was no guns in the counting room. For the 50th time, I'm not Nick, you idiot. When are you gonna get it? Hey, Nick, why are you saying you're not Nick?
Oh my God. Let's get to the upper office. Like, they've got all of the money, right? From the casino cage
The counting room, yeah.
and the counting room. I mean, they've got so much fucking money. They don't need to go after the powwow safe.
Yeah, this whole time there's been this thing called the powwow safe, which he made up sort of, saying that Dennis Farina's character was on the he was pinching pennies, pushing them into the powwow safe, and there's millions in there.
Millions.
But based off of the bundles that they're getting of $50 and $100 bills, I mean, they've got a fuck ton of money.
Bail.
Who fucking cares about a measly $1 million up in a safe? You probably got $5 million in these two bags.
Yeah, you know you're on the clock because, you know, that's just how casino heists work.
Somebody's pushed the button.
Also, you usually say, do you even have a safe cracker? You don't even have a fucking safe. How are you going to get in the fucking safe? Oh, let's lead with shooting Dennis Farina? He's the only guy that knows the code. Let's shoot him. And then we'll worry about the safe.
It's back to that, hey, could you open the safe, please? You're fucked. You're
dead.
Surrounded.
No, I'm dead.
No, okay. Maybe we should not have shot you first, but
whoops.
And they beat the fuck out of him too. This is like their thing. They beat the fuck out of you and then ask for what they want, which is never a good plan. And then Ben Affleck is on the floor after they knock him down, and he's like, pow wow. And then Dan Farino gets it. Dennis Farino gets it, and he's like, pow wow.
There is a powwow safe.
Yeah, and he gets it out, and then he shoots every one of those motherfuckers down.
Yeah, the haul inside the safe was a couple fucking Uzis.
Yep. Pow wow.
Pow wow.
He's throwing them like old Dan Farino.
Yep.
Touchdowns with the bullets.
Catch this.
Jackie. He's making
Shut
fun
up,
of you.
guys. I know he's making fun of me. I'm trying to
save it.
Yeah. I'm trying to get a safety dance.
Because oh my God. Okay. Whatever.
Safety dance. Ugh.
All right.
Safety dance. Ugh.
So Nick and one other goon dive for pistols at the same time. They both come up, but Nick has got a squirt gun, and the other guy's like, rather than shoot you, I'm gonna light a cigarette up. And Nick's like, this thing's full of rum, you fucking idiot. Squirt, squirt, squirt. And the guy catches on fire. It's hilarious. Also doesn't work. Rum is not that flammable.
But polyester is.
Oh!
So maybe between the two, he's just fucked. Because that guy was drinking in the semi-truck too. So his Santa suit smells like a fucking $2 hooker.
Oh, yeah, and we all know how the suspension in a big rig is. You can't just be sipping back on rum without getting a bunch of it on you.
Yeah, you've got to put your lips over there and suck that bottle like it's going out of style to make sure you don't waste any.
Right.
I mean, I've never been in the back of a semi-trailer, but I'm assuming that it's not that stable.
It's really not. They're not built for comfort. They're built for cargo.
Yeah, like cows.
Yeah, or boxes.
Boxes.
Or horses.
Lots of boxes.
Stereos. Let's go steal them. We'll get rich. God damn it, Tom.
The
fell off
movie
the
that
truck.
Vin Diesel left for has exactly that in it.
Okay, so he's burnt up. Most of the goons are dead. It's pretty much just Ashley. She ran over a couple guys earlier. It was,
she ran right into the casino to save her man.
Right.
It's not. It's too bad it wasn't a Cutlass. I think that would have been more poetic. I believe it was an 88 that she was driving.
It's finally happened. I guess it's time for her because she didn't realize, she never knew that he knew that she was bad. But now she's revealed it because she's nabbed him and put him in the semi. And so now it's just her, Rudy, and Gabriel. That's all that's left.
And you're like, why is he still alive? Why is he still alive? And then there's a bunch of tomfoolery, blah, 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 blah. And then you find out why he's still alive. Double Dutch door, 3 triple Dutch door.
No, hold on. You're jumping way over a bunch of shit because again, plot is important in this movie. They're going to hide his body. They're going to pin him as one of the criminals, not this guy that was forced into it. And so they need a patsy. And so they dump some money into the car. They lights it on fire and they stick it in there. And then they're going to push him over the edge of this cliff. And so he explodes and dies. They find all 6 Santas Wait, the
5
math still
Santas.
doesn't line up.
It doesn't work.
Yeah,
It doesn't work.
And also, no matter what, hey, keep a gun on him. Then Gabriel walks over, picks up one of the fucking shotguns that the guards have. Blam! He's fucking dead. All right, let's go, babe.
Yep.
He's in a Santa suit already. He died during the robbery. It's not a fucking problem.
No, Gabriel's too stupid. He doesn't care. She's like, we got to take him with us. Trust me. I got a plan for it. And he's like, okay, that's cool.
We're the dumbest criminals. We are so
No,
stupid.
she's not. He is.
He
Oh,
is.
right.
He's like,
Yeah.
I trust you, babe.
Yeah. Right.
Which is a huge mistake.
Because of Double Dutch Door 3.
Well,
Triple
also,
Dutch Door.
She could just shoot him. He's wearing a Santa. She just blows them both away.
Yeah, but she does
she
because
can't-
they get into a fight because Ben Affleck's like, Nick really did love you. You are a fucking tramp, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, that's nice. And what's that guy's name?
Nick.
No, not Nick.
Rudy. Gabriel.
Gabriel is like, what the fuck is he talking about? I thought you were my woman. And
Blam, you're dead.
he's like, you have feelings for this fucking twat? And she was like, oh my God, you fucking men. And she points the gun at him and shoots him right in the fucking head, which is awesome.
That took a really long time to just say I thought that was like one of the most underwhelming scenes in the whole movie. Like, oh, she shot him. Oh, no way.
That's why I was like, Double Dutch Door 2, Triple Dutch Door, whatever.
I got what you were saying 40 times ago.
Yeah, but
I know,
now
but
we're
that's
on
why I
the
was skipping
other
ahead.
Dutch door.
So
Now we're on the other Dutch door.
Nick comes
where
around the corner.
Nick comes around the corner. Thanks for cutting me off.
And
I think Sam was alluding to this earlier.
Sam was alluding to my notes. Sam was alluding to this earlier.
Yeah, Sam was alluding to this earlier. That's probably in your notes. And Nick
Sprinkler
comes
says
around.
what?
He's like, should what? Shut up, Sam. He comes around. He's like, that was really nice what you said about me, but I'm still gonna fucking marshmallow roast you in this car. Get the fuck in.
Hold on. Before that happens, I want Sam to know, because he made such a stink about it, I literally have a note here that says, when out walks Nick, then he eats her face. So that's 3 times her face got eaten, but she's the face eaten instigator.
She's the one, because you don't do it like that. What's going on? Like, maybe it's Frankenheimer. I don't know. He's like, nope, that's not enough. Whole head in mouth. You both have to have your whole heads in each other's mouths, and they're like, physically impossible. Give it
We'll
a
have
shot.
to watch some more early Charlize Theron movies and see if that was just a thing she used to do. But anyways, Nick reveals the entire plot. It was all this double Dutch door action, triple deuce thing.
He set Rudy up.
Set Rudy up, and so did she. She
set the biker or the truck driver crew up because
Right.
they were coming into the bar that she bartended
right,
at.
She was bartend. Yeah, that's right. And she casually let it slip because she found out that they were criminals. Hey, I got a boy that, up in the pen that used to work at this casino. We'll get them to do the entire job.
Mm-hmm.
Aren't we
Yeah.
clever? We
But
just
then-
need a guy to pretend he's you. What?
Yeah, this is also the only reason you're alive still is so I can rub it in your face before I kill you. Because
Exactly.
I'm fucking stupid.
Exactly.
And then
Remember all
Affleck's
that
like,
best friend talk earlier? Yeah, eat it, bud.
suck it. And then
I used a blood capsule to look like I was dying in prison.
Yeah, and you held me in your arms and you cried. You're a little baby. You're a little baby cry when your friend dies.
That's exactly what he did to
Yeah,
him.
you stupid
Yeah.
face.
And then he poked him in the eye like,
You're a little baby man, Rudy.
at this point, they put him in the car. Charlize Theron's like, I'm going to light you on fire. They light him on fire. They have to put the keys in to get into gear so it'll roll off the cliff and kill him. And then
Right.
there needs to be a Santa. There has to be 5 Santas. They're like, well, you probably shouldn't blow one of the Santas in polyester up because they're not going to find him. They'll just find body parts and be like,
drinking and driving.
this one was wearing polyester, maybe? I don't know.
It's unclear.
This could be George from the church.
Right.
Beyond that, there's all of the tire tracks in the snow, and she tosses the gas can and the flare like, ah, yes. Burnt out road flare. Unsuspicious. Next
Not
to
a
gasoline.
Not a
Unsuspicious.
clue. And semi-truck tracks. Not a clue.
Not a clue.
And like
But-
the car's tire tracks would just appear out of nowhere.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Hey, we're going to sweep him with a broom. Don't be a dick.
And then there's broom marks. It's
No.
clearly foul play.
I know what the local cops are going to back up there, and this is what they're thinking. Like, this is how they're going to explain it. They're going to be like, oh, yeah. Clear case of them trying that Knight Rider trick where you just hit the ground running, only they were parked next to a cliff. Clear case of that happening.
I agree with you, Sam. That's probably what's going to happen.
All right, so he's still got the knife from when he tried to escape. He cuts his bonds. He throws it in, or he hotwires it because he used to be a car thief. He throws it in gear. He never fucking tie up a guy in a car when he used to be a car thief or some shit.
Yeah, no, he's like, never put a car thief behind the wheel of a car.
Yeah.
If you want to kill a car thief, never put him behind the wheel of a car. Which is, probably sage advice.
He starts
But he
I'm
pulls
gonna kill
forward.
you. Here's the keys.
And
Drive
then
it
he
like
pulls,
it's stolen.
So he pulls forward, and then he slams it backwards and kills Nick.
Right, smashes him.
And then pulls forward, and
Tacos her because she's
Yeah.
like, my baby Nick.
she could have moved out of the way pretty easily, and then he probably just would have went over the cliff
Right.
had he not
Yeah,
hit her.
Yeah.
Because they were pretty close to the cliff. He probably died in this scene,
Yeah.
taking
See-
her out with him.
This is my only question on this plot because you're like, this doesn't work, this doesn't work, this doesn't work. And I'm like, it actually kind of does. Everybody's an idiot except Rudy, who's just slightly more than an idiot. And everyone's out for themselves. However, she doesn't go, oop, looks like old Nick got splattered. I'm grabbing this cash and bailing.
Right.
Why doesn't that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah, because Nick's got a car somewhere close.
Mm-hmm.
So all she has
he
to
didn't
do
walk
is
there
go.
from fucking town.
Yeah, all she's got to do is get the keys out of his pocket, hit the button a couple of times. It goes beep, beep until she finds it.
Right. Yes, exactly. And then you've got some sort of in your crime thriller genius people, you've got this unknown element at the end of it. She could be anywhere. But she's not. She's gone because that's her motivation, was to cash the entire time. You can't change the character's motivation all over the place with the willy-nilly. Just so you can have this scene where she gets run off a cliff and explodes. Anyways, that's what happened. He pushes the semi over the cliff. It explodes. Nick's dead. She's dead. He's got the cash. He walks down the street, and he starts sticking it in mailboxes.
Yeah, once it gets to his hometown,
Right,
which I'm
right.
like, what are you, fucking retarded? You're a prisoner guy who just got out of jail. You have fucking nothing.
The cops are out looking for Santas.
The cops
fucking
are
gives
out
a
looking
shit?
for Santas.
And they have not caught him yet.
Cat-
And he had to hike it to this place.
Carrying Santas.
Who gives a shit?
The cops and the people whose money was stolen. They get
And they
quite a
don't
bit, and
have
he
the
doesn't want
right
to go
to
to jail.
search him without a warrant.
Jackie, he's carrying
search
literally
him?
bags of money
He's dressed as the Santa they're looking for.
covered in blood.
Fuck it.
Yeah, no.
Nobody pulls him over. He puts fucking cash in everybody's mailbox that he walks by on his way to his parents' house. By the time he gets there, there's no money left, and his parents are like, we need
Thanks.
$3,000 to save the farm. And he's like, fuck, I gotta go back to the
Whoopsie.
Taylorsons and go get that.
Oh.
Hopefully they have not checked their mailbox.
I'm burning my last question already. Did he walk 150 miles dressed as Santa to get home just stuffing cash in
Just-
mailboxes?
Right.
Yep,
Just-
that's what I think.
So he could have dinner with his family. Also, wouldn't these bills be marked? Like, now, what do you... Thanks, Santa. I can't spend any of this goddamn money.
Casino bills? Yeah, they're marked with semen.
Not to mention that he's sitting at the head of the table at the end of this movie, and you're like, really? Your dad is right there. Fucking move over.
You're literally still covered in gasoline, explosion, and blood.
And gunshot residue.
And you're like, turkey, num num.
Yeah, well, maybe his dad had a similar thing. He's like, oh, shit, you made it out of one of those, huh? Yeah, guess what? You probably won't get caught again because you're good at working around idiots.
Maybe.
Yeah.
All right, so my first question is, so what is this FUBU TV thing anyways? What does it do?
It charges you a
cable for
fuckload with commercials.
If you
It's like
spend
voodoo.
an hour on the internet trying to figure out how to get all of the channels that you need to get to watch BSU games and Dodger games, FUBU is the only answer.
Then why do they have movies? That's not their thing. Sports is their thing.
Because they're competing against, I guess, and I don't even know if they're a subsidiary. It's probably like a test from AT&T that owns DirecTV or whoever owns Dish, or maybe they're owned by the same people or whatever. Just a market test, basically. It's like, it's the television DVR experience on the internet. When I don't want that. I just want those sports packages, and you can't just get sports. They know that if you could just get sports on the internet, all that other shit would fucking die.
Right, yeah, exactly.
So that's what it is.
Don't watch a movie on FUBU.
Don't buy FUBU.
We're spending too much. This was a joke, Sam. Don't do FUBU, especially for movies, because they were edited and there's commercials, even though you paid $65 and we didn't watch it live. We watched it VOD.
Yeah, the commercials were so frequent.
Constant.
When we went on there to watch it on Sam's account, it was like 2 minutes a movie, and then you get like
constant
45 seconds of commercial.
We gave up and rented it on Amazon.
And I looked at Justin. I'm like, I'm not going to spend 3 hours fucking watching this shit.
3 hours. Are you kidding me?
To try to get old people to get rid of their dish and get internet TV because they're already paying for the internet. Why pay for the dish?
Let's move on. Jackie, question. Okay, Sam, question.
Well, I think I burned all of them because you guys covered why did he keep the suit.
No.
I think we just got to go to the big one.
Why did he keep the suit?
He didn't have anything else to wear.
He's got Nick. He could have fucking stripped Nick first and put Nick in the fucking Santa costume.
Yeah, there needed to be 5 Santas. He should have, and Nick is still alive going, hell, we can still be friends. And he's like, yep, you are my friend. Too bad the knees on those pants are backwards. I guess they'll fit me fine.
They'll fit you fine.
No.
Just cut them off. You can't wear the Santa suit just a little ways down from the casino. He's going back to jail. God damn it, movie. No, you steal Nick's clothes. Done. It's over. Leg cut off. Or you take the red pants and you rip them up a little bit. Or I don't know what the fuck you do, but you don't just walk down the street as a Santa.
He's got his own normal clothes on underneath the Santa suit. You can just throw the Santa suit on Nick.
God damn it.
Take his car, mailman the cash that way.
Or just take the cash, because guess what? You can't just give it away. It's earmarked. God damn it. Okay, Jackie. Question? Did you think of one yet?
Did she really ever love Ben Affleck even a little?
Ooh, that's a good question.
No,
I don't.
Yeah, she's kind of a heartless bitch.
Yeah.
I was hoping maybe somebody would be like, yes, because, but yeah.
I have an answer to the question earlier. If I'm trying to figure this all the way, everybody's an idiot. Everyone's in it for themselves, except sort of Rudy. If she's an idiot and she's in it for herself, then it proves that she is, because that's why she doesn't kill him. That's why she gets surprised a little bit, but then doesn't move out of the way of the car, is that she's just going to hitch her wagon to whichever King of Idiot Mountain wins this thing.
Okay. Including if nobody does win this thing.
Or she's just walking away with money.
But maybe she has to. Like, maybe when she sees Nick die, she thinks, no, my brain is still tracking that Rudy's going to die. And so when she's already convinced Rudy's going to die, Nick is still standing there. he's my guy. Then he dies and shows her brain hasn't caught up yet, and she thinks everybody is dying, and that's why she's like, no, I have to have a man. Maybe that's what the movie's fucking saying. She's like, she can't, at no point in time is she ever does she act independently.
No, she doesn't. And maybe she's like, oh, shit, I thought I was the smartest person here. This car thief guy actually has some chops. Also, I can't drive a stick.
Right.
My car's
she is
fucked
the queen.
up.
Yeah. She's the queen of the double wide trailer.
Mm-hmm. Well, yeah. Well, that's clear, but anyway. What if things went wrong? I mean, that's the question everybody asks when they see this movie. But seriously, like, I can't get over how stupid the idea of this movie is, because look, I gotta hire a guy to pretend he's another guy, to pretend he's actually the guy who was pretending to be a different guy, in order to dupe my guy that I met at a bar into thinking that he's the guy also. He doesn't know, just so he can pretend that he doesn't know anything about actually how to rob a casino. Because at the end of the day, Rudy doesn't know a goddamn thing about robbing a casino. He knows more than them. But she's pulling all the fucking strings, her and Nick. Nick actually knows how to rob the goddamn casino.
Sort of. But when you just struck a chord and he was like, what if things go wrong? Everything went wrong.
Right. But that can't be your plan.
Yeah, but Nick is like, fuck her. I guess if she doesn't survive, I'm a free man. Cha-cha.
What if
and
fucking,
I've lost nothing.
What if Gabriel shoots my girlfriend into ice?
He doesn't care.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Obviously, he doesn't care,
well,
because
he
if
needs
he
her to get
did
the money.
fucking care,
He needs
he
her to get the
would
money.
not have put her in that position in the first
He
place.
needs her to get if she dies in ice, then he's out of money. It's too bad of a plan, even for Nick.
I don't know. This is all fucked up, and I can't think that much.
Okay, so I got one more problem with the what if things go wrong? Hey, what if we draw out this really long and elaborate plan where we got a guy who's pretending he's not a guy and he doesn't even know how to rob a casino, when the key to robbing the casino, where is evidenced by film, is just to have a bunch of guns? Because that's how they end up robbing the casino, is by shooting the people that work there.
Well, yeah. How else are you gonna do it?
There's no Danny Ocean shit.
Gas them.
This big ass plan is just impossibly stupid. When the key to robbing the casino is shoot the guys, which is what they end up doing.
You gun run. You've been skimming the whole time. There might be guys with guns in the cash room. Is the wall bulletproof?
Right.
They're in there. They ain't happy.
Sam, you got another one?
I don't.
Okay, I got one more. The Hall. What's the Hall? Because he at one point says $5 million, but that's when he's in the diner making everything up. What did Ben Affleck walk away with and put in mailboxes?
1.2 million.
Yeah,
I'm gonna agree.
Yeah, I don't think it's a ton. I don't think that they're even it's not enough to go through all this. If the plan works for Nick and Ashley, whatever her Bethany or whatever her real name was, dude, you guys suck at crime.
Yeah. I mean, considering that he's putting it in people's mailboxes, I'm going to consider it an insignificant amount.
He's like, fuck it. This is fuck it money.
Yeah. It's like, I don't want to get caught with it.
Right.
It's $200,000. Fuck this shit.
Yeah. No, I think it's not a good haul. So the whole plan was bad to begin with. Final question. Does this movie capture the true spirit of Christmas? Jackie, this is your movie. I'm going to let you go last. Sam, let's start with you.
Infinity times more than Christmas Twister.
Okay.
But not nearly as much as Santa's Summer Home.
Okay, you got to defend your answer.
There is a little Christmas. Because if this was supposed to work right, which is having seen this 3 times now and trying to piece it together and reading the pieces of the script that are missing, But then also just looking at what we saw, say, the theatric version.
Right.
And what we've figured out here that everybody's an idiot. Everybody's in it for themselves, except halfway through, Rudy's not in it for himself anymore.
Okay.
Actually, no, he's in it for himself. He's just not an idiot.
It's survival
But
mode.
he realizes that their downfall was their greed. So he learns from the greed and becomes generous with the stolen money-ish, and then decides that he likes Christmas to be around his family and love. So there is a small-ish amount of the Christmas spirit in here. A smallish.
Okay. You've changed my mind, actually, because I watched, if you're not subscribed to, if you haven't smashed that like button, as it were, Screen Crush on YouTube, they did an analysis of Home Alone today. And the analysis of Home Alone is that Kevin McAllister is a fucking sociopath. And he thinks that the entire world doesn't exist outside of his own mind. And after watching this video, it's a pretty hard argument. But the moral of the story is that he does learn that that he does need to rely on other people and have empathy for other people. And that's the end of Home Alone. He's still a sociopath, in my opinion. Little bastard. Maybe, and to a degree, that's what happens to Scrooge, is that Scrooge's entire existence is about just himself, and everybody else is not important, but maybe not even a part of anything of reality, just something in his own mind, until he learns what that looks like. And that's the greatest Christmas tale of all time. It's literally called A Christmas Carol, right? Maybe Sam's onto something, and this is a pretty strong spirit of Christmas. I'm going to say yeah, and by a lot with Sam's argument. Okay, so Jackie, Christmas Carol, hello?
No, I do not believe that this is the true meaning of Christmas. I believe really the only thing that they really super tried to pull in were a few things.
Okay.
The silver Christmas tree.
Right, sure.
Don't play any reindeer games.
Right.
And the Santa Claus outfits. Maybe the snow. So 5.
Right, but those things are...
I don't think that this embodied anything with Christmas. It was just, you're a fucking liar. You slept with a whore. She was sleeping with other dudes. Oh, wait, she was also sleeping with your cellmate. Bada bing, bada boom. Everybody is fucking everybody. Merry Christmas. No, that is not Christmas. No.
Okay. Even though he's fucking Scrooge. That's
fucking Scrooge.
No. Anyways, let's move on to final recommendations. Sam, I'm going to start with you.
The best way to put a final recommendation on Reindeer Games is this is the third time that I've seen it. And
there you go.
I will be watching the director's cut on Blu-ray when it shows up to my house from Amazon.
Oh my God.
Nice.
Wow. That is high praise. I thought you were going to say no, honestly. How about that?
I fucking love this movie. The thing is I was really hard on it on the front end, right? Because I was talking about Frankenheimer, the director of the Manchurian Candidate, when there's also Frankenheimer, the guy that crapped out 2 of my favorite turds, Reindeer Games and Ronin.
Nice. I am also going to give it a due. I have seen it, I think, 3 times as well. It's probably the second time I've seen it in maybe 2 years. I kind of am not on the same boat as you. I do think it loses a little speed if you watch it. You need some time in between each viewing, in my opinion, but it is a good revisit. And if you've never seen it, it's one of the most baffling, biggest piece of shit twist movies that's ever existed because it just simply doesn't work. And then beyond the twist, which is what we can deal with, there's a lot of just weirdness in it in general, and the way it's shot, the way there's green screen in it at certain points that doesn't need to be.
It's actually rear projection. They did that.
Yeah,
that's how good they were at filmmaking. The people that made this were that good at filmmaking that their rear projection looked like a little bit shoddy green screen.
Yeah, but there was some bad mat work too in it as well, Sam, especially in the dart scene. It's just like questionable decisions throughout. So I think I honestly think that it's a must from a bad movie history standpoint. So yeah, it's a do for me.
Oh, hell, it's a do not from me.
Okay.
Just not entertaining enough, not I don't know. It really does not grab your attention from any other heist movie. In fact, I would say it was a shitty heist movie, which is
like
not
the shittiest one.
It's exactly the shittiest one.
It
The
is
shittiest
the
one.
shittiest. Yeah, it's the shittiest heist movie ever, and I just didn't enjoy it. And I don't know. I mean, I would just pass. It's not that great.
Okay. All right. That's
All right, negative Nancy.
2 out of 3. Yeah, man. Sam and I are on the same page as far as this movie mostly. Yeah, we rule, Sam. Dudes forever, bro.
It's
We got one small matter of business. We got to give a thank you to JR on Patreon for stepping up his Patreon level. He is now at the Troll 2 level, which means that he gets a shout out. So, woo woo, JR.
Woo woo, JR.
JR, who shot you?
Right, that old joke. So yeah, he gets a shout out whenever now, and he gets priority listener feedback. So anytime he writes us at talk@stinkermadness.com or on patreon.com/stinkermadness, if you subscribe, we'll read your feedback priority period.
Okay, so for JR, because it's Christmas, let me sing you an impromptu song. Dun 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 dun, dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. JR is coming to eat your target.
To eat your target?
Play. Shut up, Sam. I'm drunk.
Full of pie.
He's bringing pie and drinks.
Defender of the universe.
Hopefully bringing beer. But if he doesn't, we'll just drink whatever fucking shit he brings. Jingle bells.
You said
all the
beer.
way.
You said beer was the end of your previous line, and then you go, and we'll just drink whatever shit
he brings.
No, whatever shit is here. It rhymes with beer.
I'm sorry.
on.
I'm sorry. I'm drunk and I'm trying to impromptu. Thank
Okay,
you,
all
JR, for
Thank you,
upping
JR.
your donation.
Thank you,
That
JR.
is very kind of you. And a happy holiday to you and to all of our listeners. If there's one thing I want to say right now, because it is the holiday season, is happy holidays.
Good job.
And
if there's one thing.
And the thing is that, know that you're not alone. You've always got people that care. And
Okay.
if you need someone, email us at stinkermadness.com.
Yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
And we will email you back. We're not dicks.
Okay. We do have a big announcement, though. For some time, the foreseeable future, this is Jackie and I's last episode. It will be temporary. Sam will be taking over hosting duties starting after 2 weeks, because no matter what, it's the holiday season. We're not going to do an episode for 2 weeks. And then Sam will be taking over to hosting duties with special guests for we don't know how long, because we've got a little guy coming in and moving in with us and we need to get it to a point where he can be babysat before we can watch a violent movie about homeless people drinking poison and then exploding and then laugh about it on the internet. So, yeah.
Yeah. And we will try to also have one of us available for episodes here and there. But our little guy, he's not a baby. He is 7 years old, and he is fantastic. And we are so excited to have an opportunity to grow our family.
Yeah, so we got to take priority on that, guys, but we will be back someday. Sam, when you take over, do you have any idea what the next episode's going to be?
No, I don't, because I'm going to keep
a long
the
time
format with
Yeah.
picking, and so the next pick will be whoever takes over for you, and the pick after that is going to be my pick, and the pick after that will be whoever takes over for Jackie. And then I would anticipate that however long it takes before adjustment periods are done, then would sprinkle one of you back in and then only have one guest. But
if possible, but we'll see.
We'll see.
So,
If
yeah.
You're worried about
But
the
we
show, though, don't, because I've got just as much nonsense in my back pocket as the three of us.
Oh, shit. Okay. Well,
Sam knows some
No, that's
crazy
not true.
motherfuckers.
And we're
And
probably
they're
gonna
gonna be
guest
on the
Tucker
show.
a lot, and you guys already like him, so there we go.
Yeah. There you go. All right, guys, we got to wrap it up. So thanks for listening, and get to the chopper, and happy
Happy holidays.